when it switches between the game client and the game, because the whole screen turns like bright white and obnoxious color. So there we go. All right, let me introduce you to the teams that are going to be playing in the finals of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament. Number 38, we have Pays Evelyn Child Support versus Cheese Enema. The two remaining teams that made it from the round of 32 all the way to here. We have Infeed playing as Nidalee, Talus PA playing as Jarvan, Captain Blueberry playing as Leona, Confidarius playing as Syndra, Painkiller playing as Elise, and their powers combined pay Evelyn Child Support. Their team pays Evelyn Child Support. Down on the bottom half of the map, we have Cheese Enema, Brown Boozer playing as Urgot, Wowix playing as Sona, Krog playing as Alistar, Lurch playing as Gragas, and Sifu Calvin playing as Metal Pantheon. They are Cheese Enema. It's Pepperjack. On one half of your casters, I'm Gandair, and with me is
Skill Factory. Glad to be here. And if there is a competition of skins, Cheese Enema is coming out leagues ahead. Esquire Gragas, Arcade Sona, Battlecast Urgot, Full Metal Pantheon. I mean, they are playing champions that they have some of the best skins for. But
Arcade Sona counts as 2 skins, I'm pretty sure.
Arcade Sona counts as 2? She's that good. And another pause.
It's all Wowix's fault. I bet.
I wouldn't doubt it. We blame the first delay on Wowix, and I think the second one that can help as well.
It'll happen sometimes when he connects to a game. Once he's like in the game, it's usually solid after that. Yep, it's Wowix. I'm gonna try and be cool next time and like call the pause and it won't happen. So I'll just do that every game and it'll never happen, but I'll look dumb. Let's do that. It'd be terrible. So a couple items got bought, and it's Boots Pro items, a flask. Crystalline flask,
I can't even scroll around during the pause. I'm stuck.
Oh, did you get the mouse stick this time?
Yes. And I'm stuck listening to Pantheon repeat his spear over and over and over and over again.
Oh dear.
It was the worst.
That's
okay,
unfortunate.
Now we're back in the game. Back on the Crystal Scar. Ready to see some action. I'm so excited to see Syndra. She's one of my favorite champions as of late. We already saw Fiddlesticks, who was my favorite champion, and both of which I didn't think I'd see in Dominion. I didn't think they'd be very popular Dominion champions simply because they are fairly squishy when CC'd. You know, Syndra does have a great... She has Scatter the Weak, which knocks everything back, including her spheres, and if her spheres hit anything when they get knocked back, they're going to stun them. Once you master that, you are a boss. I mean, you can stun people from full range before they can even get close to you. So we'll see how that... It looks like it's going to be the Gragas versus Syndra down in the bottom lane. Everybody started with Prospectors except for Leona, going for a Kindle Gem. And either a choice of Boots, which is very popular on Cheese Enema right now, or the Crystalline Flask going out on Nidalee. So she's going to be very spammy and going to be spearing as much as she can on this top engagement windmill. She actually put 2 points into her Javelin Toss at the beginning and 1 into her traps. So if they are able to land spears, they will win this engagement.
Hey, chat. Spider. So Painkiller up here at the top, we're going to see a little bit of exchange, a little bit of poke back and forth. Wowix with the I keep forgetting the name of that one. The Hymn of Valor right there, doing a little bit of damage. Uh-oh, Krog right there, trying to go for the airborne, sticking his head out a little bit, taking a lot of damage. Painkiller spider form right there. Going to get in, going to get kicked out though by Alistar, get the rappel up into the air. Drops back down and puts some more hurt on Krog. But I really don't think that Krog is the right target to damage right now. But they know this game a little bit better than I do. And it looks like Leona is going to go down. Infeed is going to manage to get back out. This could be one spear away from disaster for someone. Is it gonna? Nope. Sifu Calvin didn't want any of that. Walked right on out of the way, and everything was fine.
That was an easy engagement for Krog. He just walked straight up to them and pulverized. He only got one person in the air, but it didn't matter because they were tanky enough with enough sustain from the double heal, one on Sona and one on Alistar, that they won that engagement so easily because the early game damage really isn't there for the blue team. The spears were landing, but they're all fairly close range because she wanted to get some heals in on her team, but after the summoners were popped, it was game over. Not one revive being popped onto Cheese Enema, and now a big engagement going down bottom. Syndra putting out some good damage onto Sifu Calvin on Pantheon, who's going to go down to the last sphere. and Gragas going to be taking out the Leona, not even needing the champagne bottle. Lurch getting stunned right underneath the tower and dropping his champagne bottle as soon as Syndra walked over it, and they're going to be able to recap this tower. Good defense there with Alistair coming down to help.
Yep, and you see Pantheon, who's swinging down that way. It's just going to go ahead, go back up onto the top. And up at the top, they're defending pretty good. Wowix and Brown Bruiser got things under control. We got the Garrison going down on that tower to heal it up right there. Garrison will, Garrison's good. It interrupts caps, makes it resist to minions. Oh, there we go. Getting that, excuse me, J4, and, not J4, excuse me, Pantheon up there helping take care of Nidalee. Wowix going down, Crowd coming in from behind. We'll see how this goes. Wants to stun the Spider right there. Airborne Spider. Spider's on Sifu Calvin. Run, they're arachnids, they're bad for you. Solar Flare lands, and that spells bad things for Pantheon right there. Crowd getting chased away. Crowd kicked the Spider, and now he's gonna get taken down.
Brown Bruiser trying to 1v1 Jarvan while this is going on. Both of them getting very low, but neither one of them getting killed. Nidalee coming into the bush for an easy kill onto the Urgot, who was trying to recall, but did not make it out of there. Painkiller on her Elise is trying to get out of vision so that she can also recall up into the ceiling. And meanwhile, the two APs are dueling it out down bottom. A good juke from the Gragas going through the wall, picking up that health relic. Gragas, who also has very good sustain and very good wave clear for this bottom lane.
Wowix took a lot of poke right there from Nidalee, getting that damage in, but Wowix picks up that health rock, does a little bit of healing on himself, so everything turns out fine. Dodges the other spear. Crowd coming in, diving on the tower right there, but it's got infeed there. Pantheon coming down from the top right there. The engagement's broken out just up above the windmill. Wowix is taken out, however, but infeed has to leave. Brown Bruiser coming up from the back is able to put some damage in. Infeed gets chased away, but infeed getting chased away means that that's a Nidalee at range, and people don't like that. It's really scary right there, and Urgot getting taken down. Infeed's Nidalee picking up that kill right there. Sifu Calvin up behind it, but nice Solar Flare lands right on the spot right there, and Spider picks up the kill on Pantheon.
Yes, Child's Word coming out big into that exchange up top, actually letting the minions neutralize the point while they fought outside of the tower, which is a great plan of strategy for them. And it now looks like Urgot's going to come down, hopefully for a kill onto the Syndra. He does miss his first rocket. He's going to land the second one because it's auto-seeking, but he doesn't have his shield up for a slow. It looks like Syndra's going to be able to disengage. He might get a good barrel coming up here. Not enough to kill her, just knocks her away closer to safety as they try to cap this point, which is the quest right now. Gragas going back in. Kill coming out from Sona. Painkiller trying to zone them away from the tower. And Infeed also putting some damage down onto Sona, but Nidalee overstaying her welcome. Good stun coming out from Elise. Big burst onto Sona. Not enough to kill her. Brown Bruiser is going to go down to Painkiller. Painkiller is going to fall to Lurch. No, he missed his last barrel. And now Elise is going to take out the Sona with her last sphere. And now she's 1v1ing Lurch, which she got a good stun on. Another sphere, and is going to push him away to defend.
I did not know Gragas' dash covered that much distance.
Yes, as long as you get halfway through the terrain with your dash, you'll pop out on the other side. It's almost the range of Flash. Pretty much everything you can flash through, you can belly bump through. It's very close to Flash, and it's longer than, it's kind of in between Flash and Renekton's dash. It's in between the two. It makes him a very mobile champion. And every time he uses an ability, he actually gets back HP from his passive Happy Hour.
And Painkiller and Infeed catching Sona right there in the middle. Oh, Solar Flare goes down. Painkiller's able to get back out of the way. Only gets tagged a little bit by Sifu Calvin's Heartseeker, but kites Krog straight into Talon's freaking PA. Little Spider chasing after Krog right there. Doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. But Leon is able to land that Zenith Blade on Krog, sticking right to him. Brown Bruiser hanging around just below the fight, chipping some damage in from below that nice range that Urgot has. Now Krog's going to go up and try and maybe get the interruption on Infeed right there. Yep, airborne up on Infeed and Talus PA. Brown Bruiser still alive, still doing a little bit of damage right there, but Sifu Calvin comes down and he's going to start fighting with Talus PA, see if he can chase him back away from that fight there. Brown Bruiser lives through all of that with the help of Wowix at the very end there to take out Leona, and they have a really good idea of where Talus PA is, but is Talus PA going to be okay? Talus PA, I'm scared for you. Painkiller's got the survival method going on up back there. He's going to pick up the health rock to make sure he can stay up just a little bit longer, but it looks like Wowix is going to go for that. He's going to have to deal with Elise, but can he? Nope. Spider's scary. Infeed coming up from the bottom right there.
Great pull to the standard from Jarvan, running away from Pantheon right as he got stunned. Painkiller putting damage on the Sona, repelling, getting the kill, but it looks like Urgot's going to pick up the double kill here if he can land another Q, but he doesn't. He gets stunned and eats a spear instead. Brown Bruiser now at half health, just over 1 bar on both Painkiller and Infeed, and they are going and they are going to defend this turret just barely. Painkiller hang around with just 1 bar, not recalling yet.
Down at the bottom, Captain Blueberry and Confidaris have things under control. They get double stun off on Lurch. Syndra able to pick up the kill right there. Now Crowd getting kind of stuck. He doesn't quite know which way to go right there. Syndra keeps throwing out the damage. Captain Blueberry gets him with the Zenith Blade, gets him with the stun, gets him with the shove right there, walks into the whatever that thing's called, and takes a free trip back to the Summoner platform.
Yeah, and it looks like up top they're still trying to posture around. Jarvan at very low health gets the suppression down from Brown Bruiser, the swap, and an easy kill for Pantheon and Brown Bruiser. The hyperkinetic repositioner working great there. Painkiller coming to close the gap. They get the spear and kill onto Pantheon. Urgot going down. Painkiller doing a great job on that Elise, being very slippery and putting out great damage.
And Captain Blueberry getting interrupted down at the bottom, Confidaris and them. Neither one of them are interested in drinking right now. They walk away from the bottle. They're not up for any of that. Krog up at the top, giving this point neutral, but things are a little bit scary. There's spiders all over the place, and one of those ladies is actually a cat. And he's doing a really good job of delaying right now. Ooh, the spear doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. Clicks to interrupt once again. Krog just delaying. And Pantheon, Sifu Calvin coming down. It's cat hunting time. Actually, no, it's Captain Blueberry. Stun shield, everything bad happened to Sifu Calvin at once.
Pantheon went for the delay there, but actually jumped into his own death, came down, wanted a kill, did not close the gap for a stun, and paid for it with his life. Going out of there without even an even trade. Even an even trade. And down bottom, we really don't see too much action until someone comes down to gank, and it looks like it's going to be Brown Bruiser this time on to Conferus. Conferus missing the stun, big damage coming out from Brown Bruiser, getting exhausted. He's trying to follow up. He needs just one more Q, and he gets it. Shut down. The ult's coming back out onto Brown Bruiser, doing good damage. But it looks like they're going to fall back here because it's still a 3v3 down bottom. Pantheon coming in to tip the scales for red team, but it doesn't look like they're going to come back in and engage. Pantheon just waiting to hopefully jump on somebody. And Leona, Captain Blueberry, actually taking this point solo. The drill going to be capped. No, she did not get it to neutral. It does not get out of there. Stunning Sifu Calvin. Sifu Calvin coming back with more damage, saying, I can go up against a tanky support any day.
And at the same time, though, Alistar neutraled the opposite point. Him and Leona both went for it at the same time, but Krog was able to get his neutral.
Yeah, and that's much needed points in a close game. And it looks like the defend from Captain Blueberry is coming in. A great stun on Sifu Calvin, getting caught out again. Spear coming across, and Sona going down as well. The ultimate's coming out. Brown Bruiser's going to go down. Double kill for the Jarvan, and Krog is going to be in a world of hurt right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. There's another lance from Captain Blueberry. He's got just a smidgen of HP, and there it is, the kill for Elise. No triple kill for J4 on that one.
Down the bottom lane, unfortunately, Confidaris does get caught by Sifu Calvin coming in to help Lurch out. They got that point under control down there. Elise is coming down from above, though. However, it looks like, and gonna have a little bit of a disagreement right there. Yes, Sifu Calvin and Painkiller are having a little bit of a talk right there. Sifu Calvin trying to get away there. Oh, Elise managed to pick up the kill, but Painkiller was kiting Brown Bruiser at the same time, but Painkiller's got backup. Talith PA is there, and Lurch comes up from the bottom to help chase Talith PA away. Remember's not able to connect to that last rocket there. And over here, just a little bit higher up in the map, Wowix, Krog, Captain Blueberry, and Infeed. Here, the two tanks sticking to each other as Infeed and Wowix trying to deal damage. Brown Bruiser is coming back up from that previous engagement, trying to get involved in this fight as well. Nope, misses the Zenith Blade, unfortunately, and now Captain Blueberry there. They turn around to deal with Leona, but Talith PA is there, and Sifu Calvin coming down from the top right there, keeps him in, gets the damage in from that Grand Skyfall, really able to help out. The Heartseeker does a bunch of damage as well, and now Captain Blueberry is just so low on hit points right now. Talith PA as well getting weaker and weaker, but Infeed still in the back, still going strong, but now with J4 out of the way, they're going to turn around and chase Infeed back out of the fight.
Sifu Calvin's going to be caught out again. Painkiller with great burst damage. The crescendo coming across both Infeed and Sifu and Painkiller. Painkiller being able to get the kill on a Pantheon. Jarvan coming in. Demacia, big damage on the wall. She's going to go down. Right now is Arcade Sona. The game is over. Here comes Infeed, trying to put some damage on Krog, but as she's out of mana, she's going to fall back. Talith PA and Leona are going to come on to Brown Bruiser, but Alistair's going to come over to help CC the Demacian. Sona back with her revive, spamming her abilities, actually doing a good amount of damage to Talith PA, who flashes away, gets the health relic, and it looks like a re-engage coming from Leona to switch the focus, but it might have been a mistake as Urgot is putting out a good amount of damage onto her. Syndra's here with a good stun, and the Solar Flare comes out. Pantheon coming in to join the fight. Brown Bruiser getting the swap, the kill onto Leona, the kill onto Jarvan, and a double kill as Syndra goes down for Gragas.
And using that position, they're going to immediately go for that bottom point. They want the quarry right there, seeing that they got that fight under control. Captain Blueberry is there. A delay, however, and there isn't anyone to back them up. But we do have Elise coming over from the side right there, hanging around the back. We got Elise and Syndra right there. Wowix gets stunned. Spiders on Sona. Sona gets killed right there. And now Lurch getting chased back away for the health relic. Manages to pick it up, and no, not quite able to get to the wall that time. Zenith Blade goes left, but it's okay, because Lurch did not stun right there. Painkiller on Gragas. Spiders from behind. Gragas gets a free trip back to the summoner platform, but at the upper end of the map, Cat caught by the drill in between the drill and the windmill, and now they're just gonna go up there. They're gonna take neutral on the windmill. I don't know if they can get the full cap. They might be able to, because there is two. Oh, the Hex Drinker getting procced right there. That's really unfortunate. He's not gonna have that because it's gonna be on cooldown now. But yeah, hopefully it'll be okay.
Caught it again down bottom. Elise just running a clinic on what to do on a spider. Sifu Calvin trying to come up top to hopefully help out Brown Bruiser, who's in a lot of trouble from infeed, and Talith PA trying to close the gap on a Brown Bruiser. Misses the standard, does not get the knock-up, and down bottom it looks like they're going to recap, but they already lost the quest, which means that they're going to have the 10% damage buff onto the blue team, and that's going to give a double kill to Elise up top onto the Urgot. And Syndra still trying to play around down bottom, putting good damage on the Lurch, but walking into the barrel. Lurch wants to keep following for this one. I don't know if he has another body slam for her, but he's going to try. He misses the body slam, lands explosive clash, but knocks him out of his own barrel, and then Elise goes to burst, and they kill each other in a spectacular fashion as he body slams into the bush. Meanwhile, at the drill, there's a big fight going on. Elise is going to go down. They're going to recap this point and bring it back to a 2-3 cap. Blue team coming out way ahead, though. Only 78 points remaining. And Sifu Calvin, Brown Bruiser trying to make something happen up top.
And Infeed's doing the poke with those spears, trying to find someone to connect with. Did some damage to Sifu with it just a few moments ago, but not finding anyone right now. Brown Bruiser, I'm scared for you. They know what's going on right there. He's going to retreat back towards Wowix right there. And now everyone's kind of spread out. Everything kind of falling down towards the lower part of the map. It looks like Sifu Calvin's looking to connect with Confidarius right there, but can't quite get enough room to Aegis over that wall. Wowix is in a really dangerous spot. Painkiller Spiders right there, chasing Wowix back towards the other tower. Meanwhile, the tanks are having a little bit of discussion over here. Painkiller comes up, so does Wowix. 3v3 fight over, but there. Sky Crevice goes off. Painkiller goes up, comes right back down. Lots of damage being exchanged, but nothing serious quite yet. Wowix is getting low. Painkiller getting chipped down lower and lower, but isn't really able to connect with Wowix. Good defense over there. Krallig and Brown Bruiser are able to take down Talith PA. Leona's going to have to fall back, but on the opposite end of the map, Sifu Calvin barely alive after that engagement with Syndra. The Hex Drinker having proc during that fight, keeping him alive too. Otherwise, he would have died from that Blackfire Torch damage. They got dangerously close to taking him down. Lurch chipping away at Confidar. She just one note. Nope, I'm gonna go through that wall because, yeah.
That's what Gragas does. He body slams where he pleases, kind of like Mundo, going back through the wall again. Still stalling on the turret, just outranging a spear, and he is stalling this point as long as he can. Syndra has already gone back, so it is a 1v1. Almost getting another full-range spear, which would certainly mean the death of him. And up top, the fight going down, 4v1 versus Leona, unable to stop them, but the windmill finally going to be capped up top. Down bottom, they're going to get the cap for blue team, and it looks like they're stacking in this bush here. Painkiller and Jarvan, they did look for sight, And there's Elise coming straight in on Brown Bruiser. The knock-up, the Cataclysm dropped immediately. Sifu Calvin trying to take down Elise, but Elise repels and gets away. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Alistair comes in with a big headbutt, knocking the spider out of the situation. And it looks like Talith PA is going to retreat, as well as infeed, as they finally have a 3-2 cap for red team and are getting some points back and gaining a little bit of ground against what looked like a landslide victory.
And Captain Blueberry getting caught a little bit. Brown Bruiser caught a spear from Italy, but the Terra Capacitor makes him really harass resistant when he pops it in front of those spears. So he shouldn't be quite as afraid of them as other champions might be. And they don't like this engagement in the middle, so Talith PA and Captain Blueberry are going to come down from the bottom. Lurch has used his body slam, so he's not going to have anywhere to go from there. Gets caught with the stun. Are we going to see the Solar Flare goes right down on Gragas there? And are we going to see him burn the Airborne? Yep, there's the Airborne to follow it up, and now Brown Bruiser has come down. Leon goes straight in for Sifu Calvin, wants to be able to control him and his damage, but not able to do so. He is able to get the kill off on Talith PA, and now Captain Blueberry is in retreat from the rest of Cheese Enema there. Syndra throws some damage in, gets a lot of hurt on Sifu, but we got the suppress goes off. Confidant, nope, time, stop, time, go. Exhaust goes off right after that. Syndra gets taken down. Captain Blueberry, yes, gonna fall as well, and Cheese Enema has succeeded there. They're gonna take the bottom point, but the top point is gonna go to Pays Evelyn Child Support.
Yeah, Pays Evelyn Child Support definitely did a decent trade there, taking the top point, which is much harder to cap and defend, and losing the bottom point, which they're going to res and be able to run directly into. And it looks like it's going to be a 2v2 if this Nidalee don't want to go for it. They're trying to push up the minions to get some help. Leona and Syndra are both back up. Gragas going to be seen by the Jarvan, and he's trying to come around back to make something happen, but it looks like they're going to get a cap on this here. Syndra going in really hard onto Sona, not getting the burst damage she needs, going down. The Solar Flare completely missing. Warwick's getting stunned. Infid going in for the kill, and now we have a 3v2 with Jarvan there, but the ultimate from Gragas taking out the Nidalee. And now, I don't know if they have the damage to take out Brown Bruiser, but the minions are doing a little bit of work on that tower. Brown Bruiser going down very slowly. Captain Blueberry, there it is. The Demacia coming down just for extra damage. And now it's going to be Lurch versus Talith PA and Captain Blueberry. Captain Blueberry might be in trouble here if Lurch gets another body slam off and a barrel. And he will. He does get the one kill before he goes down, but Talith PA is still alive and going to cap that point. But all the while, up top, the point is going to Sifu Calvin and the Alistair, so they're going to go back up 3-2 points.
It was a very boss mode delay down there by Lurch in that lower part of the map. Unfortunately, it was in a bush, so it looked a little awkward on the screen. So that I don't think that translated well out. But there's no one down here at the Boneyard right now. Gragas might get back in time to take care of this. He should be. He'll get there in time to stop from being capped. I don't know if he can stop from going neutral or not. And it doesn't look like he tried to with the body slam, but wasn't able to connect. So he's going to have to recapture that. So it's a temporary stop the clock, 180 to 48, which is still in Pays Evelyn Child Sport's favor. Over on the upper left side of the map by the refinery, Captain Blueberry has gotten into a really tricky spot, but infeed on the side, Talith PA on the other side show up. Painkiller coming from back, and once Painkiller gets here, it's going to be Spider Pride all the way. Turns into that spider form right there, goes for Brown Bruiser right away, turns around, starts harassing Krowag for a minute, but walks right through him. Oh, Wowix in the box with a spider, that's bad! Game over, Sona, and now going all the way up for Krowag, who's retreating towards this top. Nidalee gets a little bit of damage in, Captain Blueberry coming around from the side, Painkiller on one side, is caught between a sun and a spider, none of them are good, but Nidalee picks up the kill.
Yeah, he did get a little bit of a delay up off on that top point to give them some extra points there. Gragas laying a soul down bottom, gets a good barrel to finish off the Syndra, and it looked like they had a good exchange down there, but we do have 3 people from red team coming in, and Infeed is going to be the only person defending, throwing out some pretty big spears right now, though. Hopefully Gragas and Pantheon can avoid them. Krog's going to take a spear, but we have 4 people down here. Wowix is there. Meanwhile, up top, Leona and Elise are going to be taking that top turret. And Syndra coming back with a good stun and ultimate onto Pantheon, taking him out. Going to be able to finish off Lurch if he can land one more ability. He gets through the wall, but has been ignited, and that's game over. But while this is all happening, Alistair and Sona retreated up and are capping another point, but Syndra's going to be able to take the Boneyard as well. It's going to keep their 3 cap going. They might even be able to pull a 4 cap out as they delay in the middle of the map. They do. Syndra's going to get that 4 cap and probably retreat. Pantheon ult coming right down. Not soon enough. And another fight going on in the refinery. Elise getting one more kill onto Warwick's. Alistair killing Jarvan, and Alistair now stuck to defend this 3v1. He's only going to be able to delay the inevitable as the 4th team member comes out. Talith PA trying to get a little bit of cap, but he's all over this point, not letting them get the cap, and that is going to be the end of the game for sure, in a very good game indeed.
So Pays Evelyn Childsport is going to win the first game of these best-of-3 finals. We're going to see if Cheese can start turning around in the second game. They did a really good job of recovering a 200-point gap at one point in that game. So they are definitely a contender for taking the spot.
Yeah, it was a really well-played game, but the tankiness from the Jarvan and Leona was really, really good. I mean, they were pretty much in the right spot at the right time, and just relying on the damage coming out of Elise and the utility of Syndra to help with that, but it wasn't enough to finish off the team.